important. Make sure you read this. Just kidding here. It's Josh with JE Vintage Minis, Orlando, Florida. I'm just going to talk. This is a CT70 early model here, 6-volt system. I just want to talk batteries with you guys. I'm going to talk batteries and then also getting spark based on your battery. Bust that myth open. Alright, so in this video I'm going to replace the battery, the old 6-volt battery that's shot, and I'm going to convert it over to just a sealed, lead sealed battery. The old school batteries, what does they say, Uosa or whatever they're called, or other off brands that you have to fill with the acid, and then you have a drain area on your battery that you run your, this is the original way of original battery setup. You have a drain that would come down here, and if any acid were to spill out, it could get on your paint and chew it up and actually eat through the metal. We're gonna get rid of that and go with a sealed battery setup, and I'll compare the so they're both 6 volts, but we'll compare the amp hours on those to each other. Alright, so just real quick, just to give you a basics. I don't, everyone's a beginner at some point, so just make sure I cover the basis. So your battery's under the seat. Open your seat up. That's where you're gonna get to this battery. All you need to do to get the battery out is remove the clip, male and female clip here, and your rubber battery holder here, and then you can pull up and get your battery out. All right, battery's removed. Here's that tube I was saying that is vented from your old school acid-filled battery, and that can, deteriorate or cause problems. You've definitely seen bikes that are rotted through in this area, and that's due to the acid spilling, and it doesn't stop eating. You have to neutralize acid with a base, so it's, once it spills on metal, it's just going to continue to eat organic stuff. So just old school technology. It served its purpose, but let's get to a safer battery system. And also the plus to this, these are both 6-volt batteries. The plus is an amp hours. So these these acid-filled batteries are typically around 2 amp hours, and you're actually going to get 4.5 amp hours on these sealed batteries. So you essentially double your amp hour output potential on these batteries. So it's just a better battery. I noticed when I install these, lights are actually brighter. Just a stronger battery and a better all-around setup if you choose to mod it in that area. So you might be asking, how do I get this? This thing's got this harness on it, and this one's totally different setup. How do I get this one to work in that bike? Well, simple hack here is cut these wires as long as everything's good. This is a good wire or good little harness and clip. Fuse is still good inside of there. That's another thing. Check your fuse. Make sure your fuse is good inside of here. It's a 10 amp fuse that goes inside of here. But what I'm going to do is just cut these wires off the battery. Add these standard clips you can find anywhere that fit onto your terminals on your battery. And there you go. You got a battery that's going to now just hook right back up into the factory harness. Just one comment. So obviously this little switcheroo here with this harness is only doable if you have a battery in place, an old battery to take from. So if not, you can go to like CHP out of Texas, which is a parts house for Honda stuff. I think they sell, actually I don't even know if they sell this part. Anyways, you might have to make your own, but if you got an old battery and it's good, then we're good. You proceed, you're good to go. Alright, so we got the harness back, or the battery back in. Just make sure you hook up, when you rehook your harness back on, that red goes to the negative terminal and your blue wire goes to your negative terminal on your battery. And then we'll just get these two connected together, and that's the whole job. Very basic, very easy, and don't worry about any more acid potentially spilling and damaging your newly restored bike or your old bike. Alright, so everything's connected. I just next topic about the battery and ignition. Just want to let you guys know that, like I mentioned it in the previous start of this video, is You can run these bikes without a battery. You don't need a battery to get ignition and spark. It's done off your stator, and if you look at if you're good with reading wire diagrams, you can see exactly how this bike is wired up. What's important here for spark, only thing that's important at this plug area where the battery connects is you can have these all snipped off, you can have no battery in place, these all frayed and broken. What you need to have is this loop. This is a independent wire that is running your voltage to your coil for your spark plug. So this is the only thing necessary to get the bike to fire if you're running a harness. And also have, you know, a functioning key switch with the key on run, but no batteries in place. And to prove my point, I will pull, obviously when I pull this apart here, this would be breaking the circuit for the battery. So when this is completely removed here, my battery is eliminated out of the equation. So I'll prove to you without the battery I'll get spark. Alright, so we're disconnected at the fuse connection for the battery, so this is no longer a complete circuit anymore. I again highlight that black. That's what's going to allow me to get my spark through the harness to the spark plug. And I'll somehow prove to you guys, or you can just take my word. Kick it over, hold your spark plug, and you will get spark. As long as you were getting spark before and everything was set up right, pull that how I showed you, and you'll still get spark. So, alright, that's it for the battery stuff. Just wanted to make a quick video about changing out your battery, and then just touching that topic about, do I need a battery for my bike to run? I always would say, if you can, learn how to read wiring diagrams. They're going to solve a lot of problems for you electrically. Just makes you a better builder, obviously. So try to put some effort into learning how to read these wire diagrams on these bikes. What else? I think that's probably going to be it covering the battery aspect of these bikes. Oh yeah, also this same principle is I'm just going to go off the cuff. The same principles for the SL70s, XL70s, the hardtail Z50s, like the K1s that have the battery. This is all wired, I believe, the same way, that the battery is not necessary. What the battery is acting as is a regulator for voltage to power your accessories. And the battery, I think, is in line to power the headlights. Only, so nothing to do with ignition. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe, and I'll keep rolling these videos out for you guys.